Let's look at the mechanism whereby we come to enjoy our lives and the mechanism whereby enjoying our lives leads to better health. So let's start with factors that contribute to life enjoyment. Well, we can just go to the test and see what's evaluated when we're determining what factors play into someone having a high level of enjoyment of life. So enjoying the things that I do. To me, that covers both our work life as well as our leisure time. So how much you enjoy your work, how much you enjoy the time that you're not at work. Being in the company of others, so relationships with others, romantic, friendships, colleagues are important to our enjoyment of life. This third element is less about the present moment feelings and more about the evaluation we make of our lives when we look back. This I think of as a sense of meaning, a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose. And then finally, there's feeling full of energy these days, and this relates to not only mood, but physical health. So we have in factors that play into a high life enjoyment our work and our leisure, our relationships, our sense of meaning, purpose, and our health. And what is the effect of enjoying life on our health? Why is it that the more times individuals reported high life enjoyment in that study, the longer they lived? Well, for virtually every factor in the psychological health section, there are two mechanisms involved. One is healthy behavior, and one is direct biological results of the condition. So for healthy behaviors, people who enjoy life and people with a positive well-being are more likely to be physically active, more likely to have better sleep. They don't smoke. They have a healthy diet. They take up preventive screenings like immunizations and cancer screenings. They adhere to medical advice. All of these factors contribute indirectly to better health. Someone, for example, on the other extreme who did not enjoy life, thought living was a burden, wouldn't necessarily be investing in these long-term habits of health. And the second component of enjoying life that contributes to better health is direct biological correlates. So people who report subjective well-being are more likely to have lower cortisol levels. Cortisol is our stress hormone, our fight or flight hormone. What it does is it primes us to fight, and if we have a lot of hostility or a lot of displeasure in the world, then we tend to have an activated sympathetic nervous system or fight or flight stress response. Elevated cortisol levels lead to increased risk of diabetes, of Alzheimer's, of high blood pressure, decreased levels of serotonin, which lead to higher levels of depression and anxiety, and suppression of the immune system, which leads to higher risk of infection. The other aspect of subjective well-being is that people with subjective low well-being have less inflammatory markers and less inflammation. Chronic inflammation, like chronic stress, contributes to the likelihood of developing chronic diseases and the likelihood of those chronic diseases progressing. So the combined effect of positive well-being in lowering our stress response and lowering our inflammatory response contribute to overall health. And this plays out in the fact that we see less hypertension and less heart disease in people who report subjective well-being.